Well, I've always had a very strong devotion to Mary, and when I became a mother, it became even stronger. After I had my son, Bob, I went into congestive heart failure and I almost died. I prayed to Mary so that I would get better, so that I could be a mother to my children. And I did. It took me a long time, but I did. At the age of 2, we were concerned that he might be autistic, and my sister said, you need to take him to a doctor, so we did. And then Bobby was diagnosed with a neurological disorder. It's called apraxia. And it's similar to when a person has a stroke, an older person. He knew what he wanted to say, but he couldn't form the words to say it. And the doctor told us that he would never speak, and that if he did speak, people wouldn't be able to understand him, and he would never be a normal child, and that I was going to have to take care of him the rest of my life. But I would pray to Mary every single night and say, please take my prayers to your son, because your son is obedient, and he will listen to you, and he will heal my son. And that was my prayer, always. And it took 4 years, and he overcame it, and he's a normal kid. He is an honor student in high school. He's the captain of his football team. He's a great kid who overcame this terrible disease, and I attribute it to Mary. I promised her that if she helped heal my son, that I would somehow, some way proclaim her name. I would let everybody know about the power of prayer, about the power of the Rosary, about Mary. Fast forward, we would make Easter gifts for all of the teachers. And one year we made mosaic crosses, and one year we decided to do rosary beads. So we all went to the store, we all picked out what kind of beads we wanted, and we sat down and we made rosary beads for all the teachers. And while we made the rosary, we prayed the rosary for the teachers. And then we gave each teacher their own specific rosary. They picked out colors for each teacher. So we gave the rosaries to the teachers and they all loved them. They would ask me, oh, my niece is getting married, can you make me a pair of rosaries for her? Or so-and-so is making their Holy Communion, can you make me a pair? So I thought, well, you know, if I could do that, I'd like to see if there's a way that I could make something else that people could have the rosary. And I designed a rosary bead bracelet. It's a decade of the rosary, so if you wear it, no matter where you are, you can always pray the rosary. So it's really just a gentle reminder to pray. And then from the rosary bead bracelets, I started doing saint bracelets, and I started doing devotional bracelets, just so that I had a variety of things for people to choose from. And that's how it all started. I think everybody is looking for hope. I think everybody is looking for answers. And although we don't always get those answers, just the comfort of having something that says to you, oh, I need to pray about it. I need to give it up. I need to give it to God, and He's going to take care of it. There's power in prayer. There's power in the rosary. The Blessed Mother tells us that. She tells us to pray the rosary. It has the power to heal sick. It has the power to bring peace. It has the power to help you find your way. I don't know what I would do without the rosary. There's so many things in my life that I've struggled with. And I believe that prayer and the rosary has helped me get through them. It's about fulfilling a promise that I made to the Blessed Mother. It's about proclaiming her name. It's about thanking her for healing my son. people tell me that their loved one didn't make it, but wore my bracelet and prayed, and it gave them comfort, and their families buried them with my bracelet. So in that sense, what I'm doing is really the main purpose, giving people comfort and bringing them back to their faith, because so many people lose their faith for whatever reason, and they question their faith. My husband and I go out and we work a lot in the garden together. When we were planting the roses, we didn't realize that Bobby had apraxia. I didn't realize at the time that the rose was tied in so much with Mary. The hardest part about having faith is believing in something that you can't touch. Even if you're praying and you don't feel like God is listening, He is. He is listening. It's just on His time, not on your time. And sometimes when something happens in your life, you don't realize why it's happening. And then maybe not until 2 or 3 years later, you go, oh, I get it now. I get it now.